Hello guys, really quick before the episode starts, I just wanted to let you know something really exciting that has been confirmed as of this morning. So ISAR Productions actually will be joining me for Stream Team this week on Saturday, which is in actually only like 2 days. So if you're not aware of Stream Team, we stream every Saturday. And so if you want to see him live, that will be at 3 PST on Saturday, or that is also 6 EST and 11 GMT. So if your GMT is like England or whatever. So yeah, just want to let you guys know really quick, and thank you for watching, and enjoy the video. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, dogs, and cats, and welcome back to Combat Level Up. Today we're here again in the 100 World Tension War. I'm really excited for this episode because a ton is happening right now. So basically, you have the war between, let's actually turn this on so I can actually remember names. The Middle Eastern Coalition versus the European Federation, which the Middle Eastern Coalition came up with a bunch of allies in Europe, actually pushed out the Europeans all the way down here, but now the Europeans are kind of having a little bit of a comeback over here on the border between Italy and southern France. They are pushing back out. Oh, I need to actually I need to go into observer mode there. So Qatar actually wasn't doing anything for a little while there. I apologize, Qatar. You were probably losing a little bit of ground there. That's all my fault, but you keep working there. So look at all these troops. They have a ton of support here, even though they got pushed back all the way to Italy. I think that they're going to do pretty good here. India is doing very good. Remember, India's in their faction as well. So I think that they'll probably start pushing back and retaking Europe, for the most part, at least. Let's check Austria, actually, to see how many troops. Look at how little troops are on this border. There's mostly Portuguese troops here. There's some Austrians. There's some, it looks like Northern French and Mexican volunteers. Wow. Okay, and also Basque has taken over a lot of, I guess, northern Spain and southern France. They're part of the AEDU, so they're in a completely different war. And remember, we also have the African Entente, which is also I just burped there. I don't know if you could hear that, but the African Entente, which is also a faction, and they're just kind of chilling here. We have two pretty I guess, important factions right now. I mean, they were important in the past, but not really right now. We have the African Entente, which just hangs out in Africa here and just takes part in little wars, like they took over Algeria recently. And then we also have the African Islamic Alliance, which consists of Somaliland and Afghanistan. Remember, that alliance used to be huge, used to cover a lot of the Middle East and Africa and stuff, but it all got shut down and turned into the Syrian Union of Nations, which afterwards the Middle Eastern Coalition attacked and took down. So the Middle Eastern Coalition is sort of like the third, I guess, faction empire, the Syrian Union of Nations being the second, and the African Islamic Alliance being the first. But we might see the Syrian Union of Nations have a comeback here. This is really cool. Qatar is taking over lots of Austrian Arabia, because remember, Austria is a colony of... Oh, wait, no. Arabia is a colony of Austria. And also I just realized Syria is a puppet of Romania. Just wanted to point that out there. So, so that's a thing. Is Kuwait in the faction? Kuwait is actually not in a faction, if you can believe that. Jeez. So Kuwait has remained neutral the whole time. That's crazy. So let's check. Yeah, the Europeans are pushing into southern France. They've taken Nice. They've taken Marseille back. Marseille has fallen, or been reclaimed, however you want to look at it. Andorra is just still chilling in there. I don't think they joined a faction. I think they're just hanging out in there. They're surrounded by war, though. War on every border. Algeria is actually a colony of Morocco, so that's how that's going. Okay, and also, I checked this war. This is the big war that we're pretty much watching for the most part. So this is, over here on this side is the Middle Eastern Coalition, and over on this side is the European Alliance or Federation or whatever it's called. Here we can see that in order for this faction to surrender, Turkey, Brazil, and Poland all need to capitulate. So Turkey and Poland, I could see that happening. Brazil is going to be really hard to get to capitulate. And same thing on this other side. Ireland, India, and United States. So Ireland could probably be capitulated. India could be pretty hard to capitulate, and as well as the United States, which is surrounded by allies over there. So I think there's a advantage to the European Federation, because each of these countries that need to capitulate are you know, off of, you know, the main war. So India's way over here, Ireland's over on an island, and America's on a different continent. Over here, though, Turkey and Poland are pretty close to the fighting, but, you know, Brazil is, of course, way over here. So as long as they can keep Brazil alive, they can keep the wars going. But I'm sure that they'll start doing some naval invasions on Brazil if they take over all of this. Also, look how good Libya's doing. This is awesome. So we might see a Libyan empire, possibly, if you know, the Syrian United Nations actually defeats the Middle Eastern coalition. Also, Qatar might end up controlling a large part of Arabia. Maybe Arabia will switch from a Austrian colony to a Qatarian colony. That'd be pretty funny. I think that'd be pretty awesome, actually. Israel is controlling... Actually, this is annexed to Israel down here. But this control of Lebanon is just occupied by Israel. Kurdistan is doing their part. I think they are actually fighting Qatar for the most part. No, they were. A lot of their troops are leaving the border, actually, because I think they're out going fighting other places, or they're just hanging out here. There's some Kurdistani troops here. So Turkey has a lot in their hands here. They're really trying. I'm pretty sure that they are the leader of the Middle Eastern coalition. They have a lot of work to do. They're starting to lose over here, which is not good. But then also remember, there's this front too. So the Russians are fighting the Finns very harshly, or fiercely, I mean. Actually, it looks like there's Turkish support up here on the border. If we look in Russia, Russia has some Democratic Republic of Congo support. They have Japanese support. Oh, there goes another nuke. I'm pretty sure that's just in the middle of nowhere. And I apologize for last episode for me not remembering that nukes were dropped in the past on Estonia and Latvia, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, there was some funny comments, people calling me like a fucking retard and like all that stuff. The comments get pretty crazy now that I've gotten a little bit more subscribers recently. Realizing that, you know, how crazy the comments actually get, but no, it's whatever, it's fine. I don't really care. Okay, so Russia semi-successfully invading Finland at this point. They've passed the border in 2 spots, but Turkey has actually pushed into Russia a little bit here. Finland is holding the border here. They were like all the way into Novgorod in this area. I guess this would be Novgorod, right? I don't know if I'm saying that right, but yeah, Poland is doing pretty good. I think if they keep pushing up this way, Poland will probably fall eventually, but I will have to see about that. Ireland, this is a pretty safe, defensible position, even though Wales right over there is the other faction. And either of these countries could plan nice naval invasions on each other from these spots, so they got to be careful. It's like classic literature or something. I don't know what I was gonna say. Oh look, Confederate States has actually pushed up and they've taken this area, Nova Scotia, and they're pushing into. Is this New Brunswick? New Brunswick, yes. I'm slowly learning my Canadian provinces. The Egyptian Republic has accepted a land lease. Nice. Does that mean Wales is holding territory? Look at military Yttria as well. Holy shit, military Yttria. They took a lot of land during the First War when they were part of the. I think they were part of the Syrian Union. Yeah, they were in the Syrian United Nations, the original one, before it got broken down and dismantled. And they were a very important part of that. They took out Sudan, which was the leader of the what's it called? This guy right here, African Islamic Alliance, and they defeated them. So Sudan actually, I think, got some rewards, or I mean, Yttria got some rewards. I think they maybe got a colony out of that, but since they were defeated last time, I think that colony was definitely revoked. Egypt barely holding on here. Holy shit, they definitely have a lot of troops. Oh, there's nukes being dropped. Where did that hit, actually? That hit right here, which is Egyptian territory, I believe. Yeah, so that was a Libyan or Libyan allied nuke. Libya does not have nukes, so it must have been from Turkey, I guess. No? Actually, Syrian United Nations could have been from Qatar. Oh, Qatar has taken over completely Algeria. Oh my god, that's crazy. You would never have thought. Also, over here, there's a big battle happening over here. Excuse me, my arm just popped. I make a lot of noises when I record, by the way. Wait, Western Ugandan Raj. I forgot that Pakistan was, I think it's a full colony now. At this point, not just a puppet. Is it a full colony? No, it's a puppet. it needs 403 more political power to become a puppet. So Ugandan Raj is actually a nice force here for the Syrian Union of Nations. They are pushing into Persia again. If you guys remember the first few wars, there were a lot of conflicts right on this border and pushing into Iran and stuff. And now the same kind of thing's happening on the other side. How's Iraq doing? Oh, by the way, Iraq is in the Middle Eastern Coalition. They were forced to join, even though in the past they actually were part of the Syrian Union of Nations. Now they're part of the Middle Eastern Coalition because they were defeated and forced to join. Also, Kurdistan was just made gigantic. I'm definitely very excited to see if the Middle Eastern Coalition loses. You know how the land's gonna get divvied up. Let's check here. Okay, the Europeans doing good. Actually, I want to check here too. Oh shit, Macedonia and Greece are like doing good, and Turkey. Come on. You're a powerful... Oh, shit. Istanbul just got nuked. Oh, man. Turkey might fall. Holy shit. This is crazy. And it might be by the hands of Macedonia. Can you believe that? Macedonia and a revived Greece. Jeez, that's insane. Turkey, pretty much one of the strongest countries in the whole game at this point, because they're a leader of a very, very powerful faction, you know... They might lose to Macedonia, so we might see that. Qatar is being attacked by some Kurds, so we might see Qatar actually push up into Kurdistan or former Iraq pretty soon here. Is Jordan in any faction? No, Jordan is actually neutral, so that's something to point out as well. Jordan is a neutral country. Oh man, look, the Libyans have pushed past the Nile. They are on the other side of the Nile now. There are Egyptians getting trapped on the coast. Cairo will probably fall soon. Egypt still holds a little bit of northern coast territory past Alexandria, but I don't know. It looks like it might fall semi-soon. So Libya doing super good. This is looking better and better for the Syrian Union of Nations. They're capturing more and more land, more and more victories. I feel like Russia, though. I don't know, because like they're having some victories over here, but Sweden, you know, remember Sweden? Yeah, they are in the faction. Oh, they have nukes. They're making nukes. They're in the same faction as Finland, so I don't know why they're not reinforcing them. But and also somebody pointed out that their unit types are probably shit, and that's probably true. That's probably why they were able to pump so many out. So that is something to point out there, that their unit types are probably pretty bad. Okay, there's a lot of troops moving through here on convoys. I want to check, like, whose are these? So there's Irish. So that must mean these are all European Federation. And actually, it's like a mixture. It's like a mixture of everybody's troops. Everyone's just moving their troops through. Because there's no navies here, so nothing's getting shot down. Wow. I wonder if Brazil... So Brazil has, by the way, won their war against Colombia, pushed Colombia all the way back, and taken all of Colombia, Ecuador. Actually, those are the only two countries. So there'll probably be a naval invasion against Brazil at some point. I want to check America, see if they're planning something like that. Yeah, they are actually. They are planning one to land sort of in central southern Brazil. They'll land down there and take some land and actually start pushing for Brasilia. Okay, Benin is making plans to, or American troops that are in Benin right now are making plans to attack down into Angola and Namibia, because that's right, I forgot. This whole area down here is a huge stronghold for the Middle Eastern Coalition. And they're doing good. And I forgot, if they wanted to take out the Syrian Union of Nations, even though they're not at war, all they would have to do is land here and kill this country. I'm pretty sure this is the only major country in that. Let's actually check. So, Russia and Finnish War, I believe. So this is the Syrian Union of Nations over here. Let's check. So, in order for them to surrender, Equatorial Guinea are the ones that have to surrender. So, yeah, if they came and they killed Equatorial Guinea right here, the entire Syrian Union of Nations, and by the way, holy shit, they've taken all of this territory, would surrender, and they would all lose their territory, which is kind of a shitty way to do the peace deals, but I guess it's fine. Also, guys, I'm looking into new mods in the future to use during these AI battles, so if you have any suggestions, please leave them. I'm I definitely have new mods that I'm going to be using soon. Probably the Always More mod. We'll probably try that one out. Probably try out some like no factions ones. Try out a bunch of different stuff, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah. So I guess this battle over here is sort of the Middle Eastern Coalition's attempt of trying to capitulate America. They have a ton of troops here. It's insane. So many Swedish. Holy shit! Are they getting attacked from behind? No, I just need to look from the Syrian Union of Nations country. Okay, look how many units they have here. It's crazy. They could, I mean, America. Sweden has put pretty much their whole army here. They have hundreds of units here. Brazil has tons of units here. A lot of Polish, a lot of Turkish, some Romanians. It's crazy. Some Hungarians. There's Hungarians and there's Nambians, Angolans. I mean, it's insane. So I guess this is their sort of attempt at trying to capitulate the North American countries over here. And if this works out, then it will definitely make it a lot easier for the European Federation to capitulate. So I bet you that war over there is probably going to slow down the Europeans here because they are going to need to pull troops out and defend America, or else America will fall and they will lose. So that might slow this advance down. They definitely have slowed down. They've definitely gained territory, but it's definitely slowing. And they definitely have to also watch out for Basque, because Basque is their enemy as well with the AEDU. So also remember that. But yeah, holy shit, this is a crazy game. This episode has been very exciting already. Jeez. European Federation, it'd be cool to see them go to war with like the Vatican City or the Kingdom of Italy so that they could capture back the rest of the Italian peninsula, possibly even Sicily. I think a war between the Syrian Union of Nations and the African Entente or the AEDU would be pretty cool to watch as well. But let me know if you guys think like after this war, if the game will be essentially over. One of these three are going to become the leaders of the world. Either the Syrian Union of Nations, the European Federation, or the Middle Eastern Coalition. One of those three factions is essentially going to rule the whole world, with maybe rivaling the AEDU afterwards. But we don't know. If China falls, then the AEDU is pretty much going to be poop after that. But yeah, Jace. So looking over here again at Qatar. I'm totally rooting for Qatar right now because Qatar is doing so good. But they are under a massive assault from the Kurds, the Brazilians, the Polish, pretty much the entire faction. They're actually focusing this front right now, and they're pushing into Arabia a little bit. They have a very large area they're aiming to capture. And remember, guys, Qatar is a small country. It doesn't have a very big army, and they're just in the desert right now. Do they have a lot of... Let's see if they have a lot of attrition. Doesn't really look like it, but they're being pushed back, and they're not winning anymore. So these guys want to recapture Arabia. But even if they do lose, you know, and the Syrian Union Nations ends up coming on top anyways, even if they lose this front, Qatar will have so many victory points that they will be able to use. Oh man, and also Egypt has fallen, so Egypt has capitulated. Damn. Okay, and they're pushing into Israel now. Israel's fighting for its life, so this front actually might be saved because the Syrians are pushing into Egypt. What is this area called? I guess this is like, this area has a name. I know. I just can't remember it. I'm sorry. But if the Syrians do get to Gaza and they get to Jerusalem and they start pushing up into Palestine and they start moving into, you know, Syria, this is going to be bad for the Middle Eastern Coalition because that means that they're very close to Turkey. Oh shit! Look, Turkey has refocused this front, so they actually have pushed the Macedonians back. They've captured all of Macedonia, and there's some Indians here that are defending. There's one Indian troop, and he's getting his ass kicked. So looks like Greece is going to fall again. Even though the European Federation still control this island here, Crete. I think that's how you say it. Tell me if I'm wrong. And they can still land naval invasions from it. And I'm pretty sure that's how they recaptured a lot of this in the past. The Europeans, they're fighting two enemies over here right now. It's crazy. I think the AEDU is also at war with the Middle Eastern Coalition. So we have like a three-way war happening right here. This is so cool. So we have looking through the Austrian point of view, we have Austrians. United Kingdom just joined the Middle Eastern Coalition. Holy shit, that is huge. That is a major player to join a faction. Look how many factions they have. Or look at, oh, they have 143 ships. Okay, 33 divisions here, 15 divisions here, 42 ships. So maybe not the most divisions. They have a ton of divisions in Northern Ireland. Oh man, this is actually really bad for the European Federation. The European Federation better use its army here quick to capture Northern Ireland, or else if England captures it with their armies that are there, they are going to capture Ireland and kill off one of the 3 countries that they need actually in order to shut down the European Federation. So that is bad. That is really bad for the European Federation. Man, now Wales will be even more important for the Middle Eastern Coalition, because they can actually use it now, and actually other ports as well, to land into Ireland if they need, or land down into America or Europe, or go across to America. Support this over here. They'll be able to send a lot more troops over here. Oh man, okay, sorry, I'm just nerding out there for a second. But yeah, so they've been killed there. I can't even remember what I was talking about over here. Oh yeah, we have like a 3-way war scenario, which is really cool, by the way. I feel like someone can make like a video game out of this. This would be cool. Like I don't know, I don't even know. But so that we have the Europeans here that are fighting for control. We have Basque and the communists that are fighting for control here, and we have the Middle Eastern Coalition, which is what kind of they are social democrats. Okay, so the European Federation are social democrats. No, the Middle Eastern Coalition is social democrats. I'm sorry. The European Federation is social liberals. Okay, so they're social liberals, and the AEDU are communists. All right, that makes sense. Let's watch this here. Let's watch this war here. This is a very important war up here. So looks like it's mostly going in favor of England for the most part here, even though I think England is outnumbered so far on the island. This could change, because they could definitely just send more troops over, but okay, they are pushing here. So this state right here is where Northern Ireland is. That means they've captured this spot right there. And they're trying to capture more, even though the Americans are actually pushing in a little bit. They're very close to Belfast, so Northern Ireland might actually fall, which is definitely good for the European Federation, but holy shit. England is sending troops everywhere. They're going to have so much naval superiority. Actually, let's check that. Where do they have naval superiority? Okay, they have it all over the British Isles, surrounding Ireland. They have it down here, I guess, in the southern Atlantic and the South Georgia Sea. They're defending the Falklands from the damn Argentinians. No offense, just joking. That's just a little joke there. Just a little joke. And let's see, they have naval superiority everywhere here. So that means the Irish are stuck. The Europeans cannot send support there. They cannot send new troops there, or else they will get sunk on the way. This is scary. The Europeans need to capture Northern Ireland really fast, or else this Ireland is going to fall, and they are going to lose a major member in the war. These are just the British invasion plans of America here. So they're planning to invade from the Caribbean and Brazil for the most part. So this is actually, I think, one of the first wars that I've watched or done that America and England are actually fighting each other. So this is the first time since, I guess, the war delete previous version of Windows. Just dismiss. Yeah, I have a lot of videos on my computer I need to delete. So that's what that is. But so these are the invasion plans. They want to attack from Bermuda. Bermuda is controlled by England right now. They want to attack from Colombia, go into Louisiana. They want to attack to Washington, D.C. and Philadelphia, Baltimore, that area. So this is where they're going. This is where they're heading. It's quite scary for them, for the Americans. And there's also the imminent threat of this Swedish and Polish invasion up here into Canada. But they were repulsed a little bit. They were pushing all the way up down to here, I think. But the Canadians and the Americans pushed them back a little bit. And this is very dangerous for Sweden, because they have so many troops here that they could lose to attrition if they get surrounded on one province. So they could definitely lose a lot of troops here. It's very dangerous putting so many troops in one little spot. Message from Iraq. Oh, that's crazy. So, okay, Austrian Arabia was reinstated, Qatar lost, and actually, Libya was pushed back a little bit from, oh shit, peace conference. Who just peaced out? No idea. I didn't know. I don't know who that was. That was probably a, oh, okay. Yep, so let's check that. Okay, so that's huge. This is huge. So the AEDU still exists, but China was just defeated, and was put in the European Federation, as well as Indonesia. Indian East Indies is now owned by Indonesia is now owned by India, puppet of India, and it's now in the Middle Eastern, or I mean the European Federation. Republic of China still controls some areas, but India pretty much controls the core of China now. Wow, so that war just ended, guys. And China was replaced with a social liberal government. Man, was Manchuria already independent? Libertarian? I can't remember. Did I release Manchuria? I just totally forgot. I possibly did. I probably did. I think I did. So, so India controls China now. Wow, okay. Well, I think that's a good spot to end it. We've been recording for about 30 minutes. You guys like 30-minute episodes, so I've been trying to increase the length a little bit. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you like this, make sure to leave a like and a favorite and subscribe if you are new. Okay, Democratic People's Republic of Korea joined the Asian Entente. Okay, that's a new one. So, the Soviet Union, of course, is still communist. So there was two communist factions. There was the Asian Entente, and there was the AEDU, which is actually still communist, I think. Socialist. Are they socialists? Oh, that guy's crazy looking. Okay, so they're social democrat, I guess. So they're kind of close to communism, but definitely not communist anymore. So this is the new communist faction over here, which includes North Korea and the Asian Entente. So that's cool. Or I mean, and the Soviet Union, which is pretty much just Siberia at this point. So thank you guys for watching. If you like this, make sure to leave a like and a favorite and subscribe if you're new. And I will see you guys all next time. By the way, really quick announcement. This Saturday, we are having ISAR Productions on live stream. So if you want to watch him live on my channel, you can see him here Saturday at 3 PST, which is also 6 EST, which is also 11 GMT, I think. Yeah, so those are the three. Those are the 3 time zones. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys all next time. Peace.